Hey there everybody, welcome back. I hope everyone is feeling well and healthy and ready to get moving. For those who are new, my name is Linadia and I'll be your yoga teacher for the next half hour or so. Today I want to ask you the question of how you're feeling. How are you? Are you feeling tired? Whether it be emotionally tired, just generally fatigued? Are you feeling energetic? Are you feeling like you want to do a lot? Are you feeling really calm? Are you feeling really riled up? How are you feeling? However you're feeling, I think this session will be a nice one for you. This session is really focused on coming down, if that makes sense. So coming down into your body, into yourself, easing off. It's a really nice one to do before you sleep. Ease off, really relax, release through the body. And yeah, either, like I said, before you sleep, have a beautiful night's sleep afterwards, or maybe you've been a bit riled up and you need to calm down and get along with the rest of your day. However, the session will be a beautiful one for you. You don't need blocks, but you might need a strap, maybe not. But as always keep them nearby. They can always be helpful, even if I don't necessarily say so. And if it's cold, make sure you've got your blanket as always. So yeah, this is going to be a very wound down practice, but also if your ankles aren't feeling so great, if you are feeling any pain for whatever reason when you're on your ankles, then this is an ankle-friendly practice where we won't be placing pressure on the feet. So yeah, let's have fun with it. Let's get started. So today we're going to get started lying down. So as you know, usually we start off in some stillness, just centering, coming into our present moment and into our bodies. But today I'd like us to start off in a Konasana, or butterfly pose variation of our Shavasana. So we've got the soles of the feet together and the knees coming wide apart. This might be a bit strange for you in the hips. If your hips are very tight, it might not be so comfortable to just flop your knees open and lay like this. So if that's the case for you, then I invite you to just move the knees up and down. You can even bring one knee into your chest, move it in circles, and then the other. Whatever you feel will help you really loosen up through the hips. We're going to do a lot of poses in which we're loosening up through the hips today. Alright, so wherever you are, whether you're moving or whether you're still, we're still going to do our usual centering, just starting off by becoming aware of your space, becoming comfortable in the space that you're in. Breathing. And once we've become aware and comfortable in the space that we're in, we bring the mind into the body, coming into the body And just consciously just relaxing through each and every part of the body, not holding any tension whatsoever in the body. And once we've relaxed through the body, we come to focus on the breath. Just being aware of the in and out of the breath, not forcing or changing anything yet. And it is here that if you'd like to, you can set an intention for the practice ahead. And then let's come back to the breath. Just breathing. And then let's start to deepen the breath. Expanding through the belly as we inhale. And we bring the belly back down as we exhale. Taking a few deep breaths here. Inhale, let's bring our arms up above the head. Stretch, 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 stretch. You can even move the arms to the side if you like. And then let's release the arms, bring the knees together, and let's drop the knees to one side, turn the head to the opposite side, and then to the other side again, and then again. Just doing some gentle twists, and again. Come back to center. Let's hug those knees in. Give yourself a big hug. Big hug. And then let's release the right leg, hugging in the left knee. And then let's just move through the knee slightly. Make small circles or big circles if that's what you'd like to do. Breathing. And then let's grab onto the knee with the right hand and twist all the way to the right side. And the head is looking towards the left side. Right arm can be stretched. What's this? Right arm can be stretched. Oh, my bad. The right knee is moving towards the left side and the head is looking towards the right. And the right arm can be stretched out. Breathing. Really enjoying the stretch here. And let's come back. Hug in both knees once again, big hug. And then we stretch out the right leg. And then we make those same circles with the left knee. Breathing. And let's bring the right hand to the outside of the knee and let's twist. Now the head is looking towards the left. Breathing. And let's untwist the body. Bring both knees in once again, and then let's straighten both legs. And then pull the legs in towards the body, relax the head. And I don't want you to lift your hips up off the floor. So you're going to pull the legs in until you feel the stretch. If you want to, you can pull a little bit more, but I don't want you to bring the hips up off the floor. So this is an upside down forward fold basically. If you'd like to, you can lift up the head and come all the way to the knees. But otherwise, just breathe. You can even move one foot at a time, bringing it closer. Taking deep breaths. Really loosening through the hamstrings. And then let's grab the backs of the legs and come forward. And now we're sitting up. And let's come into a seated position. So crossing your legs as you would naturally. Inhale, come up with the arms. Exhale, the arms come far forward and we stretch through the hips, through the back, through the shoulders. Breathe. And then inhale, coming back up. And then we're just going to swap the feet. So now we're bringing the other foot in front of the other foot. And then again, stretch the fingers forward. See how different it feels just by swapping the feet. Breathe. And remember, this practice is to bring us down, back to earth, into our bodies. So just feel each part of your body, feel how your body is interacting with the stretch. Feel how your breath is interacting with the stretch. Breathing, and let's come up. Inhale, let's bring the arms up. Exhale, we bring the right hand down, left arm over. Usually I'd be facing you in this pose, but I'm quite confident that you're okay. So we're stretching through the left side, looking up from under the left arm. And then inhale, coming up. And then before you drop the left arm down, let's move the right arm back. And then we place the left arm on the right knee into a gentle twist. Breathing. And then we're going to go to the other side. So now we place the left hand on the floor. Inhale, coming up with the right arm. And then we release, stretching into the right side body, looking up from under the arm. Breathing. And then let's inhale, coming up, and then we bring the left hand behind us and twist. Right hand onto the knee. Breathing. Taking some nice deep breaths. And then let's untwist the body and come back to seated. Now we're going to straighten out one leg. So let's straighten out the right leg, and we've got the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, let's bring the arms up. Exhale, folding forward over the right leg. Flex that foot. Really draw the toes in towards the shin. You want to feel the stretch through the calf. Breathing. And then I want you to draw this left knee down as much as you can. So actively drawing it down. You're not using your hand, but you're actually using the hip and the leg muscles to draw it down as much as you can while you fold forward over the right knee. Breathing. Draw those toes in. Connect breath to the body, to the movement, or to the stillness. Pull that crown of the head up towards the toes. And then on our inhale, we roll the spine coming up. And then we're going to bring this left foot underneath the bum. And then we're going to come into our cow face pose. There we go. we're going to come into our cow face pose. So let me turn to face you here. So I brought my left foot underneath, and then the right foot comes on top, and we try to stack the knees. If the knees don't stack perfectly, it's really not a problem, but we try our best. And then we're going to bring the same arm as the leg. So right now I've got my right leg on top. This arm is going to come underneath, and this arm is going to come over, and we reach for the fingers. This is where you could use a strap. So we're grabbing our fingers and really trying to create a stretch through this bottom shoulder and through the upper tricep. So you want to reach the elbow up towards the sky, and you want to feel the stretch through the tricep. Usually I like to place my head on the back arm and just push my head back a little bit to really feel the stretch through my tricep. This is our cow face pose. Breathing. And then let's release the arms, keep the legs, and then we're going to place the arms on the floor, walk them far forward as much as you can, and release the head. This should change the stretch slightly, hopefully in a good way. And let's breathe. Feel the stretch through those glutes, or through that one glute. Breathing. And then let's walk our hands over to the right. So if you've got your right leg on top, we walk the hands over to the right. If you've got your left leg on top, then you walk your hands over to the left. Now we feel a bit of a stretch through the left side. It's a bit of a twist through the spine. We're walking the hands over to the right as much as we can. Allow the shoulders to become square so that we really get that twist. Breathing. Can be difficult to breathe in a twist, so you have to actively make an effort here to breathe, taking deep breaths. And then let's untwist the body, and then we're going to go straight onto the other side. So now we stretch out the left leg, and we have the right foot on the inside of the thigh. So I was facing that way, now I'm facing you guys to show you this one. So we're flexing through the front foot. Inhale, let's bring the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Once again, I want you to push this right knee down towards the floor, and we're using the muscles in the hips and in the thigh to really draw that foot down towards the floor. Your crown of your head is reaching for your toes are reaching for your shin, so we can get the most out of this pose. Breathing. Taking deep breaths. Feel the stretch through each part of the body. Remember to come into the body, feeling through the body, anchoring in within the body. And on our inhale, we roll the spine, coming back up. We bring the right foot underneath, left foot comes on top, or the left leg comes on top, and we stack the knees. We've got the left arm underneath, so remember, same arm as the leg underneath. And then the right arm comes on top, and we're grabbing the fingers. Feel the stretch through the bottom shoulder, feel the stretch through the upper tricep, and let's breathe. And let's release the arms. We stretch the arms forward, reach them as far forward as we can. Relax the head. And let's just experience this different kind of stretch in the legs, simply by folding forward of the legs. Breathing. Your breath is your anchor in the present moment. So let's focus on the breath, focus on the body. And then we inhale, walk the hands up just slightly so that we can walk towards the left. So if you've got your left leg on top, you're walking the hands to the left. Twisting through the body, allow the shoulders to become square. Actively breathing. And then let's inhale, come back to center and up. Now we're going to untwist the legs and we're going to open them nice and wide. So opening our legs nice and wide as we can. Inhale, bringing up the arms, and we exhale, folding forward. Reaching the arms forward as much as you can. Flexing the feet, we're drawing the toes towards the shins, and the feet are pointing up towards the sky. So often in this kind of pose, the feet want to come down towards the floor, but we're actively drawing them up towards the sky. Reach the arms as far forward as you can. Breathe. And then let's walk the right hand to the inside of the right leg. You can be up on your hand or down on your elbow depending on your flexibility. And we inhale, come up with the left arm, and we stretch over. Once again, depending on your flexibility, either your arm will be up in the air or maybe you can reach for your toes. Looking up from under the arm once again. Breathing. Flex through those feet. So both feet, not just the foot that you're reaching for. Feel the stretch in the side, back body. Feel the stretch in the leg. And then let's, through the center, come all the way around. And let's come onto the left side. Once again, reaching for your toes. And it's really no issue if you can't reach your toes. That's one of the things that I really love about yoga. It's genuinely a practice. You can be advanced, but you can still get better and better. You can be beginner, and if you practice often enough, if you repeat the movements, if you repeat the practice, you can get better and better at any kind of movement that your body is trying to achieve. Let's breathe. Look up from under the arm. Flex through both feet. And let's come back through center. Reach the arms forward one more time. See if you can go a bit further. See if you can go a bit deeper. And then let's inhale. Come all the way back. Let's bring the hands behind us. Let's just arch through the back a little bit, drawing the chest upward. Still flexing through those feet, opening up through the chest. Draw the shoulders back as much as you can. And inhale. Let's come back. All right. And in this next pose, we're going to hold for quite a while. So we're going to make it into a yin pose. We're going to hold it for about 2 minutes. We're going to do a double pigeon. If double pigeon proves to be way too much for you, you can please come into a pigeon pose. So just a normal pigeon. Or if you don't want to do pigeon, maybe to get into pigeon would be a bit tough for your ankles and you didn't want to do too much on your ankles, then you can come into frog pose. All right, so to get into double pigeon, let's start with the left leg underneath. So we're going to bring the knee sort of almost to a 90-degree angle. Obviously it's not at a 90-degree because of this part of the leg, but you want your shin to be in line with your mat. And then we're going to bring the right ankle on top of the left knee, and we push the right knee down. So as you can see, for me, my knee isn't actually touching my foot. Your hips might be very open and so your knee can, or your hips might be a bit tighter than mine and your knee might be up here. That's fine. If you feel like you can handle it, then let's do this. For me personally, I choose to place my elbows on my ankle and my knee to press the knee down. As you can see now, the space between my knee and my foot has diminished quite a bit. All right, so if you're in that pose, hold it there, take deep breaths, surrender. It can be a very intense pose. So I just want you to focus on the breath, and I promise you, if you focus on the breath, it really does make it better. So just focus on the breath. Breathe as deep as you can. Feel the breath move through the body. And just allow the body to open up. We tend to hold a lot of tension in the hips. So this really helps to release tension in the hips. All right, for those of you who do not know what frog pose looks like, and you're like, what? So you're going to come onto your knees. Usually we do it long ways on the mat, but I'm going to do it this way so you can see what I'm doing. So you come onto your knees and you bring your knees as wide apart as you can. Your toes point outward, and then you're just here. You can move side up and back and forth with the hips here. If you feel like you'd want to open it a little bit. If you're feeling quite fine here, you can come down onto the elbows. You can even relax the head all the way down to the floor. You can have your block here or a pillow or anything to support your body. But you want to make sure that your hips are in line with your knees. So this pose isn't as intense as our double pigeon, but it'll definitely work into the hips. And then I've left demonstrating pigeon pose for last because I assume that most of us know what pigeon pose is. So if you're not sure, you're going to bring your right foot all the way up towards your left ankle, and then you relax the body down, walk the back foot back. If you need, you allow this right foot to come in. Inhale, push yourself up while pushing this left hip down, and exhale, come down onto your elbows. And if you feel comfortable enough, you can release the head all the way down. Once again, really anchoring into that breath. All right. If you're in your double pigeon, you've got your right leg underneath. Then you're going to bring, your left leg underneath. You're going to bring your right leg out from on top and then just swap. You can just do a quick windshield wipe through the legs if you feel you need to. So if you're doing your frog pose, then you're going to hold that one for 4 minutes because you're doing both sides at the same time. If 4 minutes feels like way too much, you can cut it short. But usually when you hold it for longer, the body just gets used to it and surrenders. So I'd say push through, you can do it. Then if you do the pigeon pose, of course, you're going to swap sides. And then let's bring the right leg under. Remember, we want the shin parallel to the top of the mat. So whether you're facing sideways on your mat or you're at the top, same thing. And then you're going to bring your left ankle up on top. And then you have the option of just sitting up straight here, placing the hands on the knee and the foot. Can be quite enough right here. Or you can do what I do, placing the elbows on the knees, on the knee and the foot, and coming down. Breathing. Allow the body to surrender. Allow the hips to open. If you're in your pigeon pose, you can start to come out now. You're going to bring the hands out from underneath. You're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders, push yourself up, and then come back up onto your knees. Bring the foot out, and then simply swap feet. If you're in your frog pose, you'll stay there. Alright, wherever you are, coming out now. And then let's just turn ourselves. If you're not already straight on your mat, turn, and then let's lay down onto the mat. And you can either do your traditional Shavasana, or you can do that option with your knees out wide, or you can do the one with your feet on the floor and the knees resting together. And breathe. If you'd like to stay here for longer, please press pause. If you're waking up with me now, let's start by wiggling through the fingers. Let's wiggle through the toes. Flop the head side to side. Flop the feet side to side if you're in the position to do so. If you're in your Baddha Konasana variation, let's flop the knees side to side. And then turn onto one side. And whenever you're ready, pushing yourself up to seated. Let's cross those legs. Give ourselves a moment of silence. Let's bring the hands next to each other. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. And we do it again. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. And the last time, take a big breath. Arms come up and back down to your heart. Take some time to reflect back on the intention that you may have set at the beginning of this practice, and to thank yourself for dedicating this time to your mind and to your body. And I thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this lovely wind down. I hope you guys feel nice and relaxed and ready for whatever comes next, whether it's a nap, whether it's a sleep, whether it's a work, whether it's a study, whatever it is. Please enjoy, and remember to subscribe. Please give this one a like if you're feeling relaxed, if you enjoyed it. And if you have any friends that maybe need a nice wind down, you can recommend this to them. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.